Ladies and gentlemen, the US dollar is the world's leading currency and will remain so for a long time to come. But the first scratches in the paint appear. For example, the share of the dollar in global cross-border payments has fallen significantly in recent years, while that of the euro has risen. This is certainly also due to the fact that the memory of the sovereign debt crisis is fading more and more. However, changes in US sanctions policy since the turn of the millennium are also important. Firstly, the ultimate beneficial owners of US dollar transactions must be disclosed to each bank involved. As a result, since 2009 at the latest, the US authorities have known to whom the dollars will ultimately flow, even if the payments were not made by American banks. Secondly, the US government under President Obama increasingly imposed so-called secondary sanctions. Accordingly, the US sanctions do not only apply to US citizens and companies that cooperate with sanctioned persons or companies abroad, rather they also apply to non-American individuals and companies. The US can enforce this extraterritorial effect of its sanctions, firstly because it knows the beneficiaries of all dollar transactions, and secondly, because it can cut off non-American banks and companies from access to the US dollar if they do not comply with their sanctions. Non-American companies that feel restricted in their business activities by US sanctions thus have an economic incentive to no longer use the US dollar in cross-border transactions. This is all the more true as the Americans are coordinating their sanctions policies less and less with the Europeans. All this could weaken the dollar's supremacy in the coming years and boost the euros. But this only applies in the long term. In the coming months, however, the dollar should benefit from the Fed raising its key interest rates much faster than the ECB is likely to do so in the future. Thank you very much for your attention.